Respected friends, with these humble, simple efforts of ours, may our intellects be getting opened by the divine grace to understand the higher, subtler truths. May we be abiding in them in our sadhana also. Mm. Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayam, Tritiya Utpatthi Prakaranam, in that Leelopakhyanam, coming towards the end. Mm. Both Niyati Varnanam and then Marana Vichara, the things are going on. So, right from be attentive, total cosmic level, the universal appearance, disappearance. So too at the micro level in atom, appearance and disappearance. From the being standpoint, the cosmic being of Brahmadeva or Brahmanda, even at the micro level, small microbes. All of them are the phenomenon appearance rather than reality happening. That is what is the Vedanta Sara, which we have to try to grasp and abide in it. And then to understand all this, that type of subtlety, single pointedness, concentration, all these are required. Purity. So when we keep on studying this, either we get frustrated of it and leave it and go, which most of the people do. Some of us take it as challenge. Why can't I understand it? I shall understand. With that idea, somebody will go for all the means to understand. In a sense, he becomes himself prepared, qualified in all his qualifications, lakshanas. Then takes up this challenge, chases it. Even he comes out victorious. He is called as Jivan Mukta. So he is called as the Jnani. We are also taking a chance and seeing how much ever we can do here, we do it. The remaining further. So the journey goes on, going on. Okay. Om, Om, Om. ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्म भक्तियोगधर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम सॉरी संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विवं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नता स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुत्तिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम लीलोपाख्याने नियति विचार मरण विचारो नाम चतुःपञ्चाशत्तम सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच श्रीदेवी उवाच। So lot of explanations, examples, logics going on. The discussion is about niyati. The cosmic universal niyati is explained to begin with. Thereafter, the point of focus or attention called as human being. Human beings niyati also explained. The first niyati of our ayurdhayam, second niyati of it is becoming more or less because of not doing the swadharma as per Shastra, and becoming less and even having so many problems if we live life opposite to Shastra, against Shastra. These are two different things. Not doing what is said by Shastra is different from doing exactly the opposite thing. Not doing what is said is called as the sin of omission. You are omitting what is supposed to do. But doing something which is not said and which is against is called sin of commission. So that is more dangerous. That is why people, Balavastha, Yuvavastha, Madhyamavastha, they die. The die means the Purna Ayu is not there. That is the Niyati. Then in that alone included, in what way they die, depending on their own karmas done against the Shastras. As per Shastra, Jiya Kiya, 100 years life with full arogya, yoga, and health and wealth, everything he will live. If not, health is gone, money is gone, respect is gone, and the death happens in any way. Million ways are there. These are all the niyatis. Then in that a big topic is taken about three types of people. Murkaha, Dharanabhyasi, then Yuktiman. Dharanabhyasi, Yuktiman have commanded their life. Commanded their individuality. They have, through these sadhanas, have controlled themselves. Then, and at the due time or by their own choice, they can leave this sharira and go to different worlds. That capacity is there, world of their choice. All of that is tomorrow, day after, we are going to see both in Bhagavad Gita, Shankara Bhashya, third chapter beginning, thoda sa, but more vistara se in our छांदोग्य उपनिषद. इवन मांडुक्य भी थोड़ा टच करने वाला है वो टॉपिक को. हो गया. About these things, very precisely told about this dharana abhyasi and yukta purusha, but elaborately told about the murkha purusha. So his dehadyupaditadatmyata, his bahirmukhata, and his adharma palana, they are all murkhata. Then at the time of mrityu, then the question of Leela was, is mrityu sukham or dukkham? All that she asked, what happens after mrityu and all. So to that the answer was given elaborately at the time of mrityu. What happens? Some 15-20 things are told. That is the topic we are discussing. Almost that is done through. Then little more deeper discussions are done. So simple saramsha of that is there. What is there? What is there is always reality. First become pakka about it. Then when I realize my oneness with reality, kel khatam, dukan band, everything is over. Little sense of otherness I maintain from reality, that is avidya only. And what do you remain as other than reality with avidya? Nothing but the I thought, aham vritti. In that, when Paramatma expresses, the jnata karta happens. Once this is set in, the point set is here. The another niyati is what? Till he realizes is one way the reality. The another niyati is this jiva doing karma and going through karma phala is also inevitable. That is another part of niyati. That is what we are studying now in the 64 onwards, the mantras. We have seen it once more. Samvido vedanannama svabhavo avyatirekavaन tasmat svabhava samvittehe nanye marana janmani. See, marana janmani, the birth and death are always there with the jiva. As long as he maintains the jiva bhava, he needs the upadhis. Upadhis come and go. So that coming of upadhi is called as birth, going of upadhi is called as the death only. So that way, therefore, Janma and Marana, they are all always with that Jiva who is the conditioned expression with the Upadhi. That means what? Till the separate individuality other than Paramatma Tattva, the Jiva Chaitanya is there, no? Till that time, this continuous Janma Marana will continue. It is inevitable. Nobody can avoid it. Okay? That is the thing to be caught. Therefore, only when the mukti happens or the tattva is obtained, then only the freedom from this Janma Marana chakra happens. No other way. Then we saw another important thing. Yatha latayaha parvani dirghayaha madhyamadhyataha tata chetana sattayaha janmani maranani cha. So, the pure consciousness, all pervading, going on in it, infinite Shakti is there. That Shakti, whenever it expresses, then the Upadhi's arrival, called as Janma, Upadhi's departure, called as the Marana, appears like the river flowing. In the water, the expression like wave is natural. So that is why wherever it is possible or required, or for whatever reason, you can see the waveness appearing, waveness is disappearing. It is also another niyati to be understood at the total level. Individual level, Hamesha, we are bound with our avidya. We have to gain the vidya and get the mukti. These things have to be always maintained. So then, having said this one, the Panch Shloka is coming here now. What is that? Na jayate na mriyate chetanaha purushaha kvachitu. The pure Chit Swarupa Purusha, the Chidakasha Purusha. Always remember, he is never born, he is never died. All Shastra authority, na jayate mriyate va vipaschita, nayam kutaschit na babhuva kaschit. That mantras all you remember. प्योर सेल्फ का जन्म मरण होता नहीं है ना. Then what about all so far discussed above? What is about all the people experience, etc.? Swapna sambhramavat bhrantam etat pashyati kevalam. Like the swapna sambhrama, the various wonders that happen in the swapna. In that way, out of bhranti or delusion only, they are all seen to be happening. So, in pure Paramatma, none of these happen. He knows it. He alone is there. In the Leela Purushas, they play the play. In all other jivas, by Bhranti it happens. But if he knows that it is Bhranti, not real, he is not bound by it. But to this Bhranta happening of Jiva Bhava, Bhranta happening of Upadhis to him, Bhranta happening of all the Janma Marana, if he takes it as reality, for him, whoever samsara happens. Otherwise, na jayate na mriyate chetanaha purushaha kvachit. Swapna sambhramavat bhrantametat pashyati kevalam. That is the most important panch shloka we have to understand. So there is the Bhranti Drushti, there is Paramarthika Drushti. From the Paramarthika Drushti, the Paramatma Tattva, no Janma Marana in that. Najayate Mriyate is the authority of Shastra and the experience of all saints and sages. Only for a person who has not known this reality, in his delusory state only, all this appears and all these descriptions go on going on. This is the thing. Now, the discussion one more is going ahead, that with the beautiful logical thinking, the Janma Maranadi Rahitya of this Paramarthika Satta is explained. And our goal is this. Whatever is said about the Srishti Sthiti Laya of the Jagat, Janma Marana of Jiva is all what we are seeing, and we are asking question at our ignorance level. Therefore, we are explained all of that to satisfy our intellects for some level. But that is never the purpose. The purpose is to realize that there is some reality in which there is no Janma Marana, and that self is me. Therefore, this beautiful one or two shlokas started with the earlier one, the 67 one. What was the 67? Ki na jayate na mriyate chetanaha purushaha kvachito. The chetanaha purushaha, the conscious self, neither born nor dying. Then whoever is in Sambhramavat Bhrantametat, who is in the Bhranta Sthiti, he only sees all this. Example is Swapna Sambhrama. We saw from there the next two, three shlokas. Ki Purushaha Chetana Matram Sakada Kveva Pashyati Kiveva Nashyati Chetana Vyatiriktatve Vadat Kim Vadanyat Kim Puman Bhavet. Wow. These two are very, very good thoughts. Listen carefully. Purushaha Chetana Matram. The pure Purusha, who is of the nature of consciousness, Sa Kada Kwa Iva Nashyati. Saha, that Purusha. Kada means when. Kada, kab. Kwa means in what way. How, when is it happened? Nashyati va has destroyed. Has it destroyed? When is it destroyed? Where is it destroyed? How is it destroyed? Has ever anyone seen this Purusha Chetana Matra dying? You know? See that powerful thinking. Has anybody seen it? The Chetana dying. He cannot, because if he is seeing, he is alive, no? देखने के लिए भी चेतना चाहिए ना. है तो फिर then how do you say it died? पुरुषः चेतना मात्रम स कदा क्वेव नश्यति. Wow, there are two things. I am pure consciousness, and this consciousness, me, is never seen as dead, never experienced as dead. That's why nobody, like Gurudev's beautiful language, everybody dies and nobody dies. Every body, Stula Sukshma Karana, it dies. But nobody, the body is the self, never dies. Yesterday we saw the logic. Just remember in the past, did we ever die? Do we have that experience? It's only Vaham. And the illogic is, if I had died in the past, we would have not been now. Na? The fact we are there proves that we never died. Death means absence. No? If somebody is still present, you can't call him as dead. So I am present. Where did I die? In the past, in the present, in the future, never in time. The pure self, najayate mriyate va. Nayam bhutva bhutavana bhuyava. So too, nainam chindante shastrani, etc. If this is one thing, Purushaha Chetana Matram Sa Kadakva Ivanashyati. So when did it die? How is it die? Where did it die? Who has seen the death of the self? All these are Kadakva Ivanashyati. किसने देखा उसको? कौन देखा? कहाँ देखा? Second one is Chetana Vyatiriktatve Vada Anyat Kim Puman Bhavet. See this one also. I, the Purusha, if I am not Chetana, who am I then? Then who is the Chetana? See, if I am not Chetana, मुझे separate ने रख दी, then is it Deha, Indra, Prana, Mano, Buddhi? These are all the Chetana? Are these the Chetana? If I am not, think about this homework. My second is और beautiful है कि if I am not Chetana, is that I am the Deha, Indra, Prana, Mano, Buddhi? तो चेतन है मैं हूं. अगर दोनों एक नहीं है, दोनों अलग है, तो फिर मैं कौन हूं, चेतन कौन है? क्या मैं देहेंद्र प्राण मनोबुद्धि हूं या चेतना देहेंद्र प्राण मनोबुद्धि है? Isn't it? If the dehendra prana mana buddhi are chetana without me, they should independently work without me, no? Then I am not chetana means I should be jada. But do I experience myself as jada or chetana? क्या लगता है हमको अपने बारे में? चैतन्य है कि जड़ है? जड़ बुद्धि हो सकता है, बट वी नो दैट आल्सो आई एम बुद्धू. Isn't it? That is upadhika hai, jadata. But I am aware of it. So chetana vyatiriktatve vada anyat kim puman bhavet. Am I annamaya kosha or pranamaya kosha or manomaya kosha or vijnanamaya kosha? Isn't it? I am not all of them. Then if I am any one of them and I am not chetana, so in me there is no chetana, then how I am operating them? Because without chetana operation nahi hota. Operating. Am I operating my legs or not? Chalo, chalo, hands. Without chetana, it cannot happen. Therefore, there are two things. I am Chaitanya Purusha. Second is, to this me, Purusha Chaitanya, there is never death. Nobody seen it. Nobody experienced it. It is never there. It is the Anubhuti of all the realized saints, and it is the Shruti Mahavakya. Na jayate mrete va. Same thing. Kaha adhyayavan mrutam bruhi chetanam kasya kim katham mriyante deha lakshani chetanam sthitam akshayam. Same thing he says कि कहा अद्य यावत कहा मृतम बोरोहि till now moment where the death has occurred to the Paramatma. You tell me. Chetanam kasya and kim and katham. Of whose Chaitana, where and how, in what way died, you tell. We are that Chaitana Sarupa. So, why? Because if the Chaitana dies, the two options are there. That it should kill itself or somebody should kill it. It cannot kill itself because to kill it has to be there. If it is there, it is not killed. Logically, nahi banta. Second one, somebody else to kill. Nobody can touch it, na? Asango em purusha. कोई किसी को मारना है तो उसको स्पर्श करना है. That's the meaning of nainam chindanti shastrani nainam dahati pavakaha. Why the astra shastra cannot kill Paramatma Tattva nor the fire can burn, the water can wet it? Because they cannot touch the Paramatma. पहले मारने के लिए पहले संग होना है, स्पर्श होना चाहिए. It is not touched by anything. There is nothing other than it. If at all per se you say, it cannot touch the self. So neither somebody else can kill it, nor it can itself can get killed by itself. Therefore, that Chetana Atma is a Shashtrut, which is in me. That I have to realize is myself. Then the wrong notion of identifying myself with the Jada and Mrutayukta Upadhis, I transcend. That was the samsara. There is no more samsara. है ना? कहा अद्य यावत मृतम ब्रूहि चेतनम कस्य किम कथम. The sentence is म्रियन्ते देह लक्षाणि. देह लक्षाणि म्रियन्ते. लाखों करोड़ों देह मरते जाएंगे. चेतनम स्थितम अक्षयम. अक्षय मीन्स क्षय नहीं होता, अव्यय नहीं, अव्यय है, अव्यय नहीं होता. Without an iota of reduction or modification or destruction, the Chetana continues to be there. म्रियन्ते देह लक्षण. सो एक जीव के लाखों देह मरते होंगे, और उसके भीतर जो चेतना है वो नहीं मरता. इसी तरह करोड़ों शरीर बन रहे हैं, बिगड़ रहे हैं. म्रियन्ते देह लक्षाणी चेतनम स्थितम अक्षयम. अब देखो, when you and I with little calm and quiet mind, introverted mind, take this knowledge into our heart. Only three things to be taken into the heart. One, lakhs of shariras are born and dying. Two, the Shuddha Chetana is never born dying. Three, I am not this Deha which is Mrtavan. I am this Chetana which is Janmadi, Maranadi, Vikaradi, Rahita. ये तीनों चीजों को डीप में ले लो. Then let me recognize and identify that state of being in me, the pure consciousness. Our problem is, even to listen to this theory, we have no time energy capacity. Some of us are listening, but not becoming deep introverted enough to grasp exactly what Shruti Mata is saying about your essential self. पर से वो पकड़ नहीं रहे हम. उसके लिए जो मनन चिंतन चाहिए ना, we are not. After catching it, then by rejecting with neti neti all the upadhis, by saying soham with the self, I reject, what is it? Come out of my wrong identity with them and identify with myself and get moksha. Even after Siddhanta Jnana, the habitual error, the viparita bhavana of again and again slipping to the upadhita tatmya is transcended on the seat of meditation through this anvaya vyatireka sadhana of neti neti naham naham soham soham. तो पहले सुनना, फिर दिल में लेना, समझना, then keep on doing sadhana. So what is the central point for the doing of sadhana? The main point from where the sadhana gets launched to. Sadhana takes off. Sadhana begins is, I am the pure Chetana Janma Maranadi Rahita. Unnecessarily, I was taking myself to be Janma Marana Yukta Upadhi. From how many times we don't know. Now I have to reject my Tadatma with that, and I have to identify with my essential self. When this is convinced fully after sufficient Shravana Manana, then the Nididhyasana we reject that and we identify with the self. When that also reaches to the peak level, in that most divine sacred moment, that just the glimpse happens. What is that? The sadhana leading to the sadhya, the prayatna leading to the anubhuti. In that anubhuti, I have never become the self. I only realized the self which I am already. Okay? I have not killed by not self. I realize that it is neither me nor it is really there anytime. Those few subtlest things also, as the time passes, when we are studying Shastra regularly, we will be able to grasp them also. So, kaha adya yavat murtam bruhi chetanam kasya kim katham kasya chetanam katham mrutam kaha adya yavat ब्रूहि अद्य यावत मतलब अब तक मृतम ब्रूहि चेतनम किसी का चेतन मरा क्या कस्या किम कथम हाउ डिड इट डाई हुज चैतन्य डाइड इन व्हाट वे नेवर हैपेंड नेवर हैपेंस मिरयन्ते देह लक्षाणि चेतनम स्थितम अक्षयम वाह say can we say this sentence 3 times म्रियन्ते देहलक्षाणि चेतनं स्थितम् अक्षयं म्रियन्ते देहलक्षाणि चेतनं स्थितमक्षयं म्रियन्ते देहलक्षाणि चेतनं स्थितमक्षयं Siddhanta Rupena, I, the real self, remained myself. I, not knowing myself, took myself to be the Jiva, such a Jiva, me, because of my karma as karma phala. Like this, so many dehas are given to me. They were fresh when they are born, they grew. Whatever to be done with them, it is done. They became old, senile, and they died. As long as I took myself to be the Jiva and doing the karmas, I was given these shariras, they were born and died. While all this drama is happening, the real self in me, na mriyate. Mriyante deha lakshani chetanam sthitam akshayam. May this knowledge happen to us. For which purpose we are stated here. And that is the only sigh of relief, final relief, permanent relief. हाँ हाँ जब मृत्यु का समस्या नहीं तो बड़ा रिलीफ हो जाता है. Then the other limitations, the Desha Bandhana, Kala Bandhana, they are also transcended. I am always there. Therefore, no Kala limitation. I am that self which is everywhere, so no Desha limitation. I am not only in this Vastu, every Vastu are in me. Therefore, the Vastu, Desha Kala Vastu, Parichinnata also goes away. So, Mrityu Bhaya gone, Desha Kala Vastu, Parichinnata gone. So therefore I am Mruti Rahita Amrita, Deshakala Vastu Parichinna Rahita, Aparichinna is equal to Purna. So I am that Purna conscious self, which is Deshakala Vastu Parichinna Rahitya, then Mruti Rahitya. That self is continuously in me. On that, through the total Maya Shakti, individual Avidya Shakti, the Stula Sukshma Karana, Upadhis are just appearing, disappearing. Kalpita. That's it. Not really they are existing. But those appearing, disappearing upadhyam ko, we are holding on as real. That is the problem. So may again and again requesting the Lord Rama and Vaashishtha to bless us for this knowledge to happen. है Another logic is said. Amarishanna vai chittam ekasminnev tanmrute abhavishyat sarvabhavam Sarvabhava Mrutirekam Mrutaviha. You know, the consciousness is common in all. So in one me, if the consciousness dies, okay, then being it one without second, it has to die in everyone. When in everyone the consciousness dies, then it was supporting the chitta. Chitta should die. When the chitta dies, nobody should exist. Therefore, if one person tapak mar gayo, everybody should tapak mar jana chahiye. Means one consciousness in one being if it dies, everybody should die. Have you ever seen one died and others died? They celebrated only. गया उसका घर मेरे को मिल गया अच्छा किया वो जाते जाते मेरे नाम पे कोई पैसे दे के गया. This is a powerful thought, you got it? Amarishan navai chittam ekasmin eva tanmrute. Amarishan means should die, the chittam. So if I die, the consciousness, then in everybody the consciousness should die. Then with the consciousness death, that was the satta for the chitta. Chitta should die. When the chitta is also not there, no body should exist, no vyavahara should be possible. Nobody should exist. That's it. Vyavahar to वो exist हुआ तो तभी होता है ना. But we don't see. So there is no death happening at all. Only the appearance of the upadhis from the Pancha Mahabhutas playing the play for 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years. Again going back into bhutas. That's it. If this knowledge is deep, will we be deluded by giving value to the births and growths and deaths and in between the beauties and uglinesses and the healths and all? अरे ये सब शरीर को हो रहा है, मुझे नहीं हो रहे हैं. और वो भी जब उसको रियलिटी देते हैं तब we become responsible, we take the responsible to do so many karmas, and because of that karma the arrival, the disease, the departure of the deha appearing. Again this is another niyati. Already we discussed 7-8 minutes back. जब तक इग्नोरेंस में है तब तक जीव के रूप में देह तादात्म्य से कर्म कर्म फल रूपी जन्म मरण we go through, which is called samsara. It is niyati. Yet the self is neither born nor dying. When one identifies with that self, Janmadi Rahita, Maranadi Rahita, then Parichinnata Rahita, Purna self. The Niyati there is, he will be Mukta. Nobody can avoid, stop him from getting Mukti when he gets that knowledge. So Abhavishyat Sarvam Sarvabhava Mruti Ekamrutau Iha. If one dies, everybody should die. If the death is happening of the Chaitanya, because Chaitanya दो नहीं होते. There is no two Chaitanya, one per head. Your Chaitanya different, my Chaitanya different नहीं होता, है ना? Your gold, my gold. Quantitatively you say, but the gold is same with anybody's neck or head or bank or anywhere. बिजली, your बिजली, my बिजली. ऐसा होता है क्या? तुम्हारा पीला है, मेरा काला है, मेरा तो मोटा है, मेरा तगड़ा है. ऐसा है क्या? Never it is so. Paramatma also, there are no two Paramatmas, one only. So friends, we have done the 70 mantras, just 4 are there. When we study them, this Sarga gets concluded. Okay, let us try and see them if it is available to me in my Narayan Narayana Hari Govinda Hare Narayana Narayana Hari Gopala Hare Hari Nama Nirantar Vajo Haruna. So then we ask the question, then where from all these are seen? From Janma and Marana, which all of us are seeing, people are dying in front of us, experiences are ho raha hai. What is the Swarupa of this Mrityu? Wonderful thought it is. Vasana matra vaichitriyam yat jivaha anubhavet swayam tasyaiva jiva marane namani parikilpite. So yat jivaha anubhavet swayam. Whatever every jiva is having the anubhuti of the mrityu, etc., Vasana matra vaichityam. It is only wonderment projected. Why? The vasanas which he has got, impressions he has got, vahem he has got, notions he has got, fears he has got. This is what is called the fifth of the kleshas in the yoga bhasha. Avidya, we know, not knowing the self. Asmita, identified with the functioning of the buddhi. Raga, sukhanushayi. Dvesha, dukhanushayi. What is the abhinivesha? Abhinivesha is the strong notion only, vasana only, that I will die. You know, the death of the body, we took the death of ours. We never died. Vasana vegataha, vasana matra vaichitriam, yet jivaha anubhavetu swayam. Therefore, that jiva who has not realized his oneness is Paramatma, he in that ignorance and with his vasanas, tasya eva jiva marane namani parikalpite. उसी के लिए नाम के वास्ते जन्म मरण कल्पित है नहीं. Oh, Krishna Vasudeva. We already told you so many times, as a Deha, there is no Marana. Only the Pancha Mahabhuta came together appearing as body and they are going back to it. That's it. The Pancha Mahabhutas going back to themselves. You cannot call it as Marana. So to the Jiva entering one Sharira, living and going to other Sharira, he is also not dead. 3, that Jiva is not a reality for it to die. है ना? See that cinema में कोई let us say villain मर गया, the last scene. Did he die? No, because you are the projected character. How can you say something projected dies? And the one who was acting like that, he is going to act in another movie to die again. He also is not. The third one is Paramatma Tattva. वो तो अभी देखा है न जायते म्रियते. So therefore, tasya eva jiva marane namani parikalpite. So if we can develop the vision of the Chidakasha, the Chit Saruva Chaitanya Paramatma very strongly, of that there is no Janma Marana. And anything other than that being unreal, of the unreal or projected, Janma Marana cannot be discussed. You may say it the most. It is projected and it is rejected. It appeared, it disappeared. You can't say it is born and it is dying. Therefore, there is no birth and death is world of the Paramatma Tattva, of the Jiva, of the Dehadi Upadis. Therefore, कोई जन्म मरण है ही नहीं, बस खत्म बात. फेंक दो उसको मन से. Then एवं न कश्चित म्रियते न जायते न च कंचन. इसलिए nobody is dying and nobody is born. वासनावर्त गर्तेषु जीवो लुठति केवलम. है ना? The jiva only fallen in the pit of the vasanas, samskaras. That he only playing this play of Janma Mrityu. Only play. Vasana avarta garteshu jivaha luthati kevalam. But only this jiva fallen in the garta of the vasanas, going through that experience. Mm. Mm. Only in my own vasanas. And where from the vasanas are maintained? As long as the self is not realized, so long as a not self jiva, anything he does, anything he experiences, it creates the vasanas. Those vasanas only are making us feel that there is Janma Marana. Never ever they existed. Then interesting point क्या है ना कि अत्यंता संभवादेव दृश्यस्यासौ च वासना नास्तेवेति विचारेण दृढ़ज्ञातैव नश्यति. See? Secondly, from that side, if you see, is the Drishya Jagat existing? Atyanta abhavadeva drishyasya. Because the ultimate state of analysis mein, Parabrahma Paramatma, the Chidakasha alone is everywhere there. If the Chidakasha alone is there, Drishya cannot be, na? Because two realities cannot be. Therefore, the Drushya Jagat, from the absolute standpoint, Atyanta Abhava. If the Drushya is Abhava, what is that projected Drushya? The Vasanas only. Therefore, Vasana bhi nahi hai. That is the beauty. Atyanta asambhavat eva Drushyasya asau Drushyasya asau cha Vasana na asti eva iti. This one, Vicharena Drudajnata eva. With through strongest Druda Vicharana, when he knows it, then the Vasana get destroyed, the Deha, the Upadhi get destroyed, the outer Jagat also gets destroyed is equal to the reality given to it goes away. Either you see the world only as Brahman or you don't see it. I see the ornaments only as gold or I don't see the ornaments, I see only the gold. Gold as ornaments or gold only. There is no ornament other than the gold as real. So Brahman alone is Jagat or there is no Jagat. This is the thing, not that there is a Jagat other than Brahman. Aha. This is how this chapter has powerful mantras. The last one, how to reach to this state. That is the whole thing. Go to the Guru, surrender to him. He will make you the master of the required sadhana chatushtaya sampada. This is not for the Guru, but for you to understand the truth and do sadhana and realize them. Once he finds us we are fit with the sadhana chatushtaya sampada, then he teaches us Tattvasi Mahavakya. We have to do the Shravana, we have to do Manana, Chintana. In that heated Chintana and contemplation, all this knowledge becomes ours. Then I am that Chidakasha Paramatma. Other than that, neither Vasanas nor Jiva Bhava nor Dehadi are really there. When you don't know the real self, by valuing them, you are sustaining them. And getting bound in it, you are suffering. Wake up from the dream. The dream world is not there. You, dreamer, is not there. Nor you pathetically, troubled by the Swapna Prapancha is there. Tormented by, tortured by. Wake up. When you wake up, this happens. So, anuditam uditam jagat prabandham भवभयतः अभ्यसनाय अभ्यसनैः विलोक्य सम्यको अलम अनुदितवासनः हि जीवः. So anuditam uditam jagat prabandham. Anuditam, it is never created, never born. This jagat prabandham appearing to be uditam. Bhava bhaya taha, and thus creating the bhava bhaya to us. Abhyasanaihi vilokya samyak, by listening from the Guru, and when we do the abhyasa for long time and the abhyasa janita drushti, when we see samyak, alam anudita vasana hi jivaha bhavati. There is no vasana, there is no jiva existing. Vimukta itiha satya. So then only satyavastu is there, and that is you. When you realize that, there is the vimukti. Iti arshe श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकि मोक्षोपाये उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने मरण विचारो नाम नियति विचारो नाम चतुपंचाशत्तम सर्गः. This is how in the 54th sarga. So these are the sublime knowledges. We have to repeatedly listen, contemplate, understand, and realize on the seat of meditation. है ना, थोड़ा सा इस तरह हर क्लास में, हर दिन में, हर साल में, हर जिंदगी में we have to go on adding to this knowledge of reality. And whatever makes me forget this knowledge of reality, all those things have to come out of by giving them up. नहीं तो यहाँ सीखोगे, वहां जाकर फिर भूल जाओगे. Then we remain as we are, an ignorant person about the self, and a deluded person about the not self, and a foolish person of the identification with them, and a samsari suffering through the karma phala, etc. क्या आपको ऐसा चाहिए? Think about it. So this is how we offer it at the feet of the Lord. This topic can be covered for 3-4 days. So we thought today let us do it. Such things will again and again come up, little higher level, them also we'll study. The first round, we will know at what level we stand. The subject is not difficult. The difficulty is because we in our antakarana are not fit enough to digest that subject. In that immaturity of childishness we are. Become mature by focusedly putting efforts to develop the inner subtleties, inner faculties. then the subject matter is thoroughly understood. तो उसके लिए भी उपासना करो, प्रार्थना करो, नियम निष्ठा युक्त जीवन जियो, गुरु सेवा करो, इस जगत को साइड पे रख दो, है ना, विवेक वैराग्य आदि मोस्ट एसेंशियल थिंग्स व्हेन वी हैव शमदमादि आल्सो वी हैव, देन द प्रज्ञा शक्ति ऑफ द मन, है ना, इंद्रियाणाम चरताम यन मनो विनियते अनु तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञाम, देखा ना, दैट द प्रज्ञा लॉस वोंट हैपन if we really have that viveka vairagya and not running behind the objects through the senses or with the senses. Oh, inner prajna, if we can make it intact with the prajna shakti, we realize the prajnapti swarupa, our essential self. Okay, friends, in this way this chapter ends. The next one, in the Adi Srushti, then how the jivas have vichitra samsara gati. So too the jiva karma anusara, the Ishwar ki sthiti, all that we will see in the next week Sarga. We will give the introduction, then we will study it. Stop here. Sarvam Ramadi Gurunam Devatanam Vaashishthaadi Rishinam Saranarindarpanamastuvam Purnamadam. So Chidakasha alone is real. That is me already. Everything else is only the Ajnana and then Vasana and our own insistence ka bal se in sabka अस्तित्व है or bondage. If that insistence we drop and learn the art of drop, then that gets dropped outside first, drops it from inside second, then in that stable mind we can see the reality. Think. Thank you. God bless you. Om Purnamadaha. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Dhanyavad.